everyone, this is Melissa, and I'm the Talkative Introvert. In today's episode, I have a special extrovert guest on with me. Not only is she family, but she has become one of my closest and dearest friends. I am so excited to do this episode with her, and I hope you enjoy our conversation. But before we get into the episode, you guys know I love having this little segment on my podcast journey. If you've been listening along, you'll know that I'm new to podcasting and I'm still learning the ropes. But what has really helped me during this journey was getting hosted on Buzzsprout. Buzzsprout makes it easy for any aspiring podcaster like myself get started and get listed on all the popular podcast platforms with their easy to follow instructions and numerous videos and resources. If you're thinking about starting a podcast, I highly suggest getting hosted on Buzzsprout. Follow the link in the description to let them know I sent you and to support the show. New podcasters get a $20 Amazon gift card when you sign up for a paid plan. If you do start a podcast, please let me know. I'd love to hear all about it. And yes, that right there is an ad. So as part of my podcast journey, I did learn about affiliate marketing. I wanted to find ways to fund the show, and affiliate marketing is definitely great for smaller podcasts because it's not a sponsorship. Because anyone can be an affiliate, so you're going to hear another ad in the middle of the show, but I will try to make them short and to the point because I know that no one likes ads, but I wanted to find a way that isn't directly asking people for money like a Patreon. Maybe if I get more listeners and this becomes more demanding, I'll create a Patreon, but for right now, that I just feel weird asking people for money. So I'm going to do this affiliate marketing, and you, like I said, you'll hear like a couple ads here and there in my episodes going forward. Please, if you're interested in those, please check out the links in my description to help support the show. All right, so enough about that. Let's get into the episode. Joining me today is my beautiful cousin, Katrina Lim. Well, she's not really my cousin, but I call her my cousin when I introduce her. But she's my husband's cousin. And just to preface all this, I won't be calling her Katrina because if you're a basic Filipino like we are, you don't go by your first name. So throughout the whole podcast, I'm going to go by Casey. So Casey, thanks so much for joining the podcast. How are you doing today?
I am feeling good.
Happy Friday.
Happy freaking Friday.
Well, this is going to come out on a Monday, but yeah.
Just to juice up your Monday, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Do you want to give the listeners a little info about yourself?
Hi, guys. Nice to meet all of you listeners. My name is Katrina, and as she said, she calls me by Casey because that's actually my middle name, and that is what my family calls me. And like she also said, we relate each other as each other's cousin just because if you know our family background or whatever, you know it could get really confusing. So it's easier to explain to other people that we are just cousins. But saying that, I am her husband's cousin, so I'm technically her cousin-in-law now since she is married. Hi, down. But yeah, she's bringing me on here because we are completely opposite in personalities, I would like to say, because she's more of an introvert and I'm more of an extrovert. For instance, she started off with this podcast, and for me, I started off with YouTube, which personally I started off with YouTube because I just like visual interaction, as in for the Zoom as well. I told her that I wanted to see her face so I could be a little less nervous, I guess. I don't know. But you would think behind the scenes it's a little bit easier because no one could see you, but I don't know why. I just feel kind of nervous today.
Totally fine. And yeah, I don't have a webcam, unfortunately. And not gonna lie, I'm probably not gonna go buy one. I don't know. Maybe if I do enough Zoom meetings, I'll go and buy a webcam. We'll see.
But I mean, it's different. If you're doing the podcast, there's no need for a webcam, you know?
Yeah,
no need.
Exactly.
Yeah. But yeah, me and Mia have been friends. Oh, yeah, I guess I never really said that part, but I call her Mia. Like she said, Filipinos have nicknames after nicknames. And I as you guys know, her name is Melissa, but I call her Mia because that is what I was introduced to her. And I actually met Mia back in, I think it was in 2008. How long
Was
have you
it?
guys been dating?
No, 2007.
I don't know if I
That's when
met
we
you within that
went.
first year though.
Yeah, because that's our first date was I went to your guys' house. I'm not gonna say where, but
2007. That is insane. I
yeah.
was in seventh grade at the time we first met.
Yeah, because I was a freshman in high school.
That's
And that was,
crazy.
oh no, wait. Yeah, it was 2007. And it was weird because I don't know if you guys were having a gathering or just because we're Filipino, we have big families.
Yeah.
And like I met everybody. Like everybody.
I think it's because you came on a Saturday and like our family always gets together on Saturdays. I honestly remember it kind of vividly, actually. I think I remember meeting you kind of in that big living room. You
Yeah.
remember?
Mm-hmm.
Kind of looking at afar from the balcony at the same time.
What was your like first impression?
Honestly, I don't even remember. I was so young. I can't believe it's been so long.
I know it's weird.
I was literally in the seventh grade when I first met you.
Yeah. I know because then so a previous episode with my friend Mia, I talked about how like me and Brandon have been together for 13 years now. So like I don't know anything about like dating and all that. And man, 13 years is a long time to
It
be with
is.
someone.
It is. That's already over a decade. So congrats to you
Yeah.
guys.
Thanks. Yeah.
But yeah,
But I was just thinking about like when I first met you guys, but we weren't like, so we weren't friends back then. I was closer to the boys just because Brandon's closer to the boys. So I didn't like really hang out with the girls yet until like later. And I just remember like you guys just running around. I don't know. You guys just felt like little kids to me at the time.
exactly. Saying that I was in seventh grade when I first met you, it's kind of hard for me to have my first impression, also because of the fact that you were mostly with the boys. So I didn't really get to interact with you until later on in life.
Actually, let's see. Because I was a senior when you were a freshman. So weren't you in sixth grade?
Well, if it was 2007, because my years go with my school grade, if that makes any sense. So
Sure.
wait, when did you guys first starting dating? So it was March of 2007?
Yeah. So I was a freshman in high school, and you're like 3 grades below me.
It was 7th.
8, 7, 6. Sure. Whatever. Anyways. We'll figure that out later.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah. So today's episode is just about like our friendship and how we became friends and like how.
Mom,
oh,
sorry.
Hi, Auntie.
Sorry.
What's she doing?
She was just looking for the weight. So I was going to tell her that I was in the middle of something. Okay.
What were we talking about?
We were talking about our when we first met, our first impression when it was like 13 years ago.
Oh, right. You guys were just little kids.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think so. We didn't really become friends until probably when I moved in with your aunt.
Which was what year?
2010, because it was like right after high school.
So 2010, I was I think I was a freshman.
Yeah, so I think you were going into your sophomore year.
I still wasn't even that close to you though yet. I didn't get really close to you until like towards my end of high school career. I feel like junior year maybe.
Yeah. I think we just like hung out a lot because I babysat Ava a lot, and then we played volleyball a lot.
Yeah, I think the most part that why we didn't get so close when I was younger is because the fact that I was younger, and honestly, we weren't really driving at the time. So, I would always have to ask if I wanted to go anywhere. And if you were just around, it just happened to be that we could be hanging out,
Yeah, definitely. Like, I definitely was still closer to like Patrick and Dudun because like Patrick would come over a lot to my parents' place. And then what is it? But I always felt like the ate, you know, like, so in English, it's
Yeah.
like the bigger sister, but I always felt like that because I was the one that was driving and like, we would just drive everywhere, like go to the park or like to the lake or like go to my parents' place or something. So we definitely didn't have like a friendship yet because I was more of
Yeah.
just like the older person,
Yeah.
the older sister, I guess. I don't know what you want to call it.
Yeah, the
Um,
update pretty much.
yeah, because like at some point, I think Kaylee or somebody started calling me Ate, or maybe it was you. I don't know,
I don't know.
somebody. But now we're like closer in age, and
Yeah.
yeah. So I
We
think
bonded
when,
more that now that I'm older.
yeah, exactly.
And I could relate now, I guess. Not saying that we're much apart, but I mean, you know.
Well, that's a huge difference. Like I am not who I was like when I was in my early 20s for sure. Cause like I definitely grew and like I learned stuff and experienced things, you know. So
Yeah.
like even though like our age gap is only like what, 3 years or something like that. What year are you born?
I think you're 4 years, right? You're
I'm
3, sorry.
92.
Yeah, Brandon's 4.
So 3 years. Yeah. So it's
Yeah.
a 3 year. Yeah. Because 3 years ago, I'm not who I was or who I am now. Definitely, for sure. I like myself better now. But yeah.
You and me both, sister.
Oh man.
But yeah, so then eventually grew after you moved in, sort of, kind of, still not really. Not until like my junior years when we kind of got closer.
Yeah. Like when
Because
we got our own
yeah, when
place.
you got your own place, that's when I was kind of coming around more.
Yeah. And then even then though, oh my God, hopefully my mom's not listening. But like we were also like the ones that we were the ones that had our own place. Like our friends still lived at home, you know, most of
Yeah.
our friends still lived at home. You guys still lived at home. But like we ended up being kind of the hangout spot and we were the ones that like
sure.
bought alcohol, you know, too.
Mm-hmm.
Good times. So I think that's when we got closer too, because then we finally have our own place and then we could like do whatever we want and like hang out with people and like have people come over and all that.
Yeah,
And
definitely.
yeah. And then you guys got older and you guys graduated high school. And then
After high school, that's when we kind of moved in together, right?
so did you just graduate high school when we moved in together? What?
I know I was going to Carrington at the time, so I think it was after, maybe a year
Maybe
after.
like, yeah, a year after. Yeah. So yeah, Casey was one of my roommates. So we rented a house and it was Casey and your ex,
Yep.
and then me and Brandon, and then Brandon's little sister, Leia, who hopefully will get onto the podcast soon. I need to set that up with her. She's an introvert like me.
All the way across the country, currently in Virginia.
Yeah, but we'll figure it out. I mean, Zoom seems to be working.
Zoom, zoom, zoom. Sorry.
No one gets that. 90s kids only. But yeah, so we rented the house together. So I don't remember why we even rented a house together. Like,
yeah, it kind of just happened that we all moved out.
yeah, like I don't even remember the conversation why we agreed to move in together.
Honestly, me neither. Because I was probably like 18 or 19 already. Yeah, but anyways, that was really fun. We got to hang out a lot then.
Yeah, that's when it like blossomed.
Yeah.
And yeah, those are fun. Those are fun days. It was difficult though, as an introvert and Casey being her extrovert self. She wanted to hang out all the time.
Yes, I'm the type of person that wants to be around people, like not necessarily 24/7, but I do appreciate being around company a lot more than what I felt for them.
Yeah. And I remember it being like, it's difficult because like, so I didn't really think of myself as an introvert until I got older and really like realized I was an introvert, you know?
Yeah.
Because I didn't really think about it much. But back then, I know it was difficult because you always wanted to hang out, but then sometimes we wanted to just do our own thing or just like stay in our room. And it
Yeah.
was just so funny because literally every time we open the door of our room and come out, Casey was right there ready to hang out.
Yes, because I'm like, what are you guys up to? What are you guys doing? I'm bored. Come hang out with me.
Like the Energizer bunny.
And honestly, now that I kind of think about it, I think my ex is kind of an introvert too. So I was the most extroverted person in that house. And I'm just like, everybody's just in their room. I want everybody to just come out in the living room. We don't even have to be doing anything. I just want to sit and be with you guys.
You just like want the energy of everybody.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's true. I think you are the only extrovert in that house because Leia's an introvert. Me and Brandon are, and I guess Garcia is too.
Yeah.
Do we? Whatever. Too late. I already said Garcia.
It's all good.
But he definitely was an introvert too because he was a lot like us in a good way.
Whatever that's supposed to mean.
He had his. Yeah.
I
doubt he'll ever listen to this podcast, so it's okay.
Never know. You never know.
I know, that's true.
It's a small world. I found you without even you telling me.
Everyone did. Literally everyone did. Because I'm like, because people would text me and they're like, you have a podcast? And I was like, oh yeah, I didn't tell anyone. But thanks for listening.
Yeah. I was a little hurt she didn't tell me. I was like, what? You didn't tell me? Like I was the person to freaking tell her, like, you should do it. We had this date one time when we went to get ice cream and I was like, you should do the podcast. And she was been always wanting me to do the podcast with her. I'm like, no, you should just do it. And I'm like, because I was always the feel for YouTube. And
you did it.
And I did it. Yeah, if you guys want to watch me or something. No, I'm just kidding. My YouTube channel.
Yeah, it'll be in the description. I'll plug you. No worries. I got you. But yeah, no, that's kind of one of the reasons why I started the podcast. So if you listen to my intro, I did talk about it a little bit. So that beautiful cousin of mine that I talk about is Miss Katrina Lim, who started the YouTube channel. And that's kind of what made me want to do the podcast even more, especially now that we're like, quarantined and I have more time to do my hobbies, I guess, because I'm home all day. Not that I'm not working because I still work, but I don't have to like get ready or like drive anywhere. So it saves a lot of time.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But yeah, thanks for like, pushing me to do it. And I'm sorry I didn't tell you, but I didn't tell anyone. So
okay, no feelings hurt since you didn't tell anyone.
I just was nervous. I think it's because I wanted a few episodes out first because the intro was just so short. It's like, well, if I tell everyone now, they're going to be like, that's it, just the 6-minute intro. So I wanted like more content.
Just to get yourself out there. Yeah, I mean, I totally feel you. I mean,
yeah,
I'm not really pushing my YouTube to be out there either. If people find it, they find it. But I also do put it on my platforms just if anybody does want to watch it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, because I haven't even shared my podcast on my personal accounts yet, if you haven't noticed that. But now that I have more content out, I'll probably share it on my personal account.
I mean, yeah, once you progress and you put more, it's fun to the work that you put in, it's fun to just share if people want to see it,
I hear Auntie laughing or your mom laughing.
Do you want me to move?
No, it's okay.
You didn't know I live with my parents. Sorry.
That's okay. I like her laugh. What were we talking about?
We were talking about my YouTube and your podcast starting.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Man, and I thought I had short-term memory.
No, I was having this problem with Mia too, because I listened to our episode and I think I repeated myself, and I was like, oh shoot, but whatever, I left it in anyway. It's still a good conversation. Okay, so we digress. So we're back so we moved in together. And then you were like the only extrovert in the house with a house full of introverts.
Yeah.
And so like, how did that make you feel, I guess?
Honestly, I never really thought about it as introvert or extrovert. I just thought they wanted their personal time. And I just I'm the type that always wants to be around people. So I don't know, not necessarily saying I felt offended of it, but more of like, come on, guys, don't you guys want to hang out? Like, I guess that was really it because I don't know, I didn't really have a lot of friends. So, like, being in the house, you would think, like as roommates, you want to be close, but not every roommate is close to their own roommate. But you know what I mean? If we're all family, we might as well be hanging out.
Yeah.
But yeah.
You just got stuck with the introvert part of the family, I guess. Which is funny because everybody else in the family are extroverts. So, but it was still fun. And like, we really got like super close. Obviously, because we saw each other every single day. And then
obviously where we are now, I mean, you guys are still like, since your guys' relationship back at the start of your 13 years, of course, our years are not as long, but we developed our growth together.
Yeah. And like, I do consider he's like one of my super close friends. Obviously, we do stuff together all the time. Well, maybe it doesn't seem like all the time to you, but it's like all the time.
I know. It's been so long. I freaking miss you.
I know. It's this quarantine. It's just, especially because you work in the medical field, it's like hard to.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
That's the hard part about it. But we will see each other again, and then we can do a Zoom call, just us, like with my phone, so we can like see each other, not by the podcast. So you can have like some type of human interaction, even though it's a virtual. Anyways, so we got closer, and then I introduced you and Leia to Bailey, and I think that got us even closer. So because Bailey's like my best friend, and I always got like, I don't intermingle friends because I never know what their reaction's gonna be.
Yeah.
And I never know, like, are they gonna like each other? Are they not gonna like each other? Like, how's this gonna work? But since we're roommates, Bailey's gonna see them anyways, and I'm with them all the time and their family. So I was like, you know what, whatever, we'll just try it out. We'll just hang out. Well, it's like, do you remember like the first time we all hung out together?
Do you? I honestly don't remember. I think it was just at the house, to be honest.
Maybe. We did like carved pumpkins one time. Oh no, that was after though. I don't know. I don't remember the first time you guys all hung out. But anyways, we got really close.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, like it worked out and they actually liked each other, and I was like, oh, yay.
Yes, I freaking love Bailey.
I was so
happy
scared
to meet her. I totally understand that too, because like that's really good to understand your friends' like personalities, I guess you could say, or their concerns of being comfortable, which is why like when I tend to have a party, like if it were to be my birthday party, the group tends to be really big because I know like I don't want to be leaving somebody that I can't be with the whole time. So I always offer for them to bring a friend, and especially if I know them too, like they can also tag along. I don't really know where I'm going with this, but I'm just saying.
No, like, I get what you're saying. So like they're not going to the party by themselves. Like they have a +1 so that they don't feel uncomfortable not knowing everybody else. Yeah, exactly. I totally get that.
So it was nice. Like it's nice for you to understand how people feel, so that when you bring them along, that they don't feel too comfortable.
What happened?
Nothing.
Oh. Okay, I wasn't sure if you finished.
I wasn't sure what I was gonna put with that, so I kind of.
Oh my god.
But yeah, anyways, back to Bailey. It's freaking amazing that she's in our lives. Like, it's nice to be able to be friends with multiple friends that they were friends first with. That made any sense at all.
No, I got you. I was like, I get it. Okay. Yeah, I'm glad it worked out, and I'm glad you guys are friends still. And she's still a big part of our lives. I mean, obviously, she's like my sister from another mister. And then hopefully we can do an episode, us three. I just need to figure that out. That'll be a fun one. We are always cracking up. when we're together.
Yes. Oh
So.
my gosh. Nonstop laughing. I swear. With the three of us. Oh gosh. Hot mess.
Hot mess. Oh, that could be the name of the episode. Hot mess.
Yes. The trio of the hot mess.
Yeah, exactly. Oh my goodness. Okay, so yeah. So I introduced you to Bailey. We become great friends. We're still friends. Our friendship like blossomed throughout our roommate era.
Oh
Because
yeah.
we lived together for like what, 2 years? I think.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, 2 years because we renewed it.
Yeah.
And then we went like our separate ways, but we still stayed really close because then Louis went to Virginia and then we stayed here local. That's when we used to have our Netflix nights. You remember that?
Mm-hmm.
I miss that. We used to watch Jane the Virgin together.
Jane the Virgin. I honestly haven't even finished that whole. It kind of got old after like season 2.
Yeah. I mean, I finished it. I mean, it's good.
I mean, it's good.
Yeah.
It's hard to get back into it if you haven't watched it in so long.
Yeah.
You know?
You have to like rewatch some episodes.
Yeah.
But yeah. So we used to do Jane the Virgin nights, but then what happened? Oh, I think because like we bought a house, so we moved farther away from you guys.
Right.
Because we used to be like 5 minutes from each other.
Mm-hmm.
Now we're like a good 20 to 30 if we're lucky. Because we're not even that far from each other. It's just we just live like in the heart of not in the heart of Sacramento, but like we just live in a very dense
you could
area.
Say, yeah, it's like the heart of Sacramento.
I guess it's next to the heart of Sacramento, so it's pretty dense, and it takes forever to go anywhere. Oh my god!
Yeah.
And don't even try to come to my house on a lowered car. That's why Casey doesn't visit me.
Yeah, my car is lowered. His name is Henry. Thanks to Mia and Leia for naming my car.
You're welcome.
Yeah, but traveling around with a lowered car is pretty rough.
Yeah. I'm glad I never got into that. I was too broke. So I was like, eh. And I used to work downtown, and that's like the worst to drive down there. So I'm good. Still not on that lowered life, so probably won't ever be.
Honestly, I'm still with that lowered life, and I've pretty much lowered it since I've had it. Which was,
pretty much.
I had my car since 2013.
Yeah, Henry's getting old.
But I'm not ready yet to get a new car.
Oh yeah, it's nice not having a car payment.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I want a new car though. Not gonna lie.
You kind of have a new car.
It's new to me, but it's not a new car.
Right.
No, I want Bluetooth. I want all the fancy gadgets.
You're telling me Henry's so basic, it's still freaking manual locks.
Oh yeah. And oh no, you don't have manual windows. That's Leia.
Yeah, which is it's interesting how that car got modeled, because where the buttons are for the window, the automatic window, they have the automatic lock option, but they freaking packed it. And I was like, why would they even bother doing that? Why couldn't you just make this? Yeah.
Oh my god, I remember my first car, because I have a new car this year. I got it last year. Oh, it's been over a year I've had my car. My dad gave me his old car. But my original car had manual locks too, just like Henry. Her name was Mitzi the Mazda.
Mitzi.
And it was so annoying. Like, I know you can relate. So annoying having passengers because they always forget to lock the door. Oh my god.
I barely have passengers in my car because of lowered situation.
Yeah, exactly. That's why everyone will use my car.
I know.
She has seen a lot of, like, she's seen, what am I saying? She's been through a lot. She's been through a lot. She's traveled. She's very well traveled, and now she's in
somebody else's
home.
hands.
Yeah. Hopefully it's a good home. I haven't seen him in a long time. So hopefully it's still good. He took off my So I had a Mazda 3, and the 3 was pink, and then it had like a Hello Kitty badge, and I even had like at one point when Illust was still cool. If you car people, if you know what that is, or like Nike people, I had like the cherry blossom pink, and it's like everything was I sticker bombed like the inside with Hello Kitty stickers, and it was super girly. But I saw it recently, or not recently, but like after I bought it, and he took off the 3. He just like took it off because he probably couldn't figure out how to take the pink paint off of it. Yeah. And then he scraped off the Hello Kitty, and I was like, oh, Mitzi's not a girl anymore. But it's fine. It's not my car anymore. He bought it.
Yeah.
It's all good. Anyways, we keep
anyways, enough about our car.
Again, being basic Asians, we like cars.
Yeah.
Go figure.
And they have to be lowered.
Yeah.
Had to be.
Yeah. I mean, we don't really do that anymore. Like, we don't go to car meets anymore. I don't remember the last time we've been to a car meet. And I don't remember, like no one's really doing anything with their cars anymore. Yeah. Like, that used to be like all over Instagram, everyone taking pictures. I mean, some people still do, but it's not as like before, like when we were younger. Sure. I think everyone's just getting older. People are getting married. Mm-hmm. People are having kids.
Yeah.
People are
we've been through some memories with each other.
Yeah, we've been through a lot of phases too. Definitely a lot of phases. Our bike phase. I mean, I still like biking, but we used to bike like almost every night.
Oh my gosh, that was so much fun.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah, because we would go, because we live really close to the trails. So we would just bike to the trails. That was fun. I was a lot skinnier back then.
No, stop. Stop.
But it was, I mean, I still have my bike. We just haven't gone to it. I keep saying like I'm going to, but then it's still there.
Yeah, I know.
Someday we'll keep doing it. We'll still go biking.
Yeah, biking's so much fun.
Yeah.
It's one of Bailey's favorites.
Yeah, she still goes biking actually. So good for her.
Yeah.
I don't like biking by myself because I'm very well, you know this, but because you're like me, I'm very accident prone. So I can't be left alone for too long.
Yeah.
I'll fall off or something.
You're pretty clumsy, just like me.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. My mom she's always worried about that if she gives me something like heavy or gives me something like soup. If it's like she hands me soup to go bring it to the what's called the dining table. Like, okay, Anak, be careful.
I feel you. I get that every time. And honestly, there's not a day that goes by that I'm not clumsy.
Yeah, seriously. Like, I just dropped food on myself before we started this podcast because I was eating my lunch.
Oh my god.
So proof there.
Yeah, I literally feel you. I'm just like, how does that freaking happen? It's so annoying.
Yeah, and like so often too.
Yeah.
I don't get it. Anyways.
So often.
So back to I don't think we even finished our timeline. We were still at our roommate phase. Oh no, we stopped being roommates. That's when our friendship blossomed.
We stopped being roommates.
Yeah, I know. Sad day. So we had our Jane the Virgin nights, but then that had to stop because then we moved too far away and Miss Casey with her load car struggled going down our street.
Yeah.
And then
I'd still make it work.
Yeah, we still
sacrifice.
Still did it. We still did it for a while.
Yeah.
And then we like had to stop. Plus, even our work hours changed too.
Oh yeah.
So like, I don't know. I think we just started becoming adults and like responsibilities started coming in.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, clearly because we bought a house. It's like, I don't know. That's like adult status. Yeah. But we still like hang out all the time, and we try to hang out like at least once a month, but then obviously with this whole quarantine.
Yeah. With this whole quarantine, I haven't seen you. When was the last time I seen you?
I think it was Ava's birthday? Or Mother's?
Mm,
No, not
no,
Mother's
I didn't
Day. I
see
didn't
you
go
in
there.
May.
Ava's birthday. That was
Oh
in
yeah,
May.
but
Yeah.
that was a very short like hello
Yeah,
because
because
I
he
had to
just dropped
work that
off
day.
food.
Yeah, that doesn't really
Yeah.
count.
But like hanging out,
I can't even remember.
because we didn't hang out for your birthday. Oh, you know what? It's probably the cruise.
Oh yeah! Oh my gosh, we got so lucky to go on that freaking cruise.
So lucky. So you
Like,
guys, we went on this cruise like the first week of March, and then we came back and we went into lockdown.
yeah, that was
So
freaking
lucky.
crazy. We got very lucky because even when we got back on shore, the following day we got the news of the Princess
Oh yeah, the
cruise
Princess
line.
Cruise Line. Is it called the
Yeah,
Princess? Yeah.
I think so.
That
The
they
pri-
got quarantined because someone or like a group of people got the coronavirus.
that
And
was
that was like
insane.
right behind us too. Because weren't they in
Yeah,
Miami?
yeah, and I remember texting you guys that next day and talking about it.
Yeah, that was crazy.
That's insane.
Like we dodged a bullet. My mom was texting me the whole time. She's like, make sure you let me know when you dock. Make sure you let me know if you get on the plane. You know, do you have a
Yeah,
fever?
because right before we got onto the boat, we got screened for the questions, if you had a fever, if not,
Hmm.
whatever. But then when we got back on shore, they were actually taking temperatures and stuff.
Yeah, so we missed that. So we didn't
Yeah.
have to do the temperature thing, which is a good thing. I'm not gonna lie, because like Mikey wasn't feeling super great, but then it ended up being nothing. So
Yeah.
don't worry, he didn't have the coronavirus or anything. But we were freaking out because we were like, oh my God, you're gonna be the one that doesn't let us like get us
Stop
on
us.
the yeah, you're gonna be the one that stops us from going to the cruise because it was his cruise to begin with because we were going for a wedding. So it would have been like messed up if he couldn't go because he was like the ring bearer. No, my brother's not 10. He's older than me, but he was the ring bearer at the wedding.
Do you think your brother is an introvert or an extrovert?
I asked him. He said he's more in the middle.
I could see that.
Yeah, because he likes being home and he likes his alone time and stuff. But he
Hmm.
also like thrives of being around people. Like,
Oh yeah, I
he's like,
see.
yeah. So I was gonna see if he wants to. I keep asking if he wants to get in the podcast, and he keeps saying maybe. And Brandon's the same way. He's like, I don't know, maybe. So like, yeah, fine, whatever. But yeah, I think Mikey's more in the middle for sure because his wife is definitely an introvert. I think for
Yeah,
sure,
yeah.
maybe more so than me. Maybe I don't know. But Mikey's definitely both because he can be alone for a long time, but he can also be around people for a long time.
Yeah.
So he's a all around person. I think that's the opposite. That's like how he's opposite from me is that he's good around people, but then he's also good if he wants to just be on his own. Like he's a type B personality, kind of just goes with the flow.
Mm-hmm.
And me, I'm not like that. Like I want to do whatever I want to do. He'll just do whatever everyone else wants to do, as long as everybody's happy.
So do you think being a bit introvert or an extrovert is hereditary?
I think so. Because it's like a personality trait, so I'm assuming so. I can Google it, but I'm pretty sure but like that's kind of hard also because my family, just like your family, like there's not really a whole lot of introverts. Like my family, they're all loud too, and they all like people. Like my nephews have tons of friends, and they're always hanging out with people. And like my nephew Joseph, he so just geez, my family's so complicated. So
Very.
all my nieces and nephews are my age. So when I say my niece and nephew, like don't think little kids, think like people in their 20s, almost 30s, and some of my nieces and nephews are older.
So
Anyways,
put a better picture in your head, practically like cousins, but in her
yeah.
terms, they're niece and nephews.
Because in high school, I think we introduced ourselves as cousins, but then it got confusing because when their parents would come around, they're like my siblings. They're not my aunts and uncles. So we like, I don't know. whatever.
It's
High school was a
complicated.
very confusing time for all of us.
Yeah. Took me a long time to really understand your family.
Yeah. Yeah, it's difficult. But
Yeah.
anyways, that could be like another episode, just like describing my family dynamic.
Yeah.
But yeah, so like Joseph, for example, I don't think he's an introvert, but even though he kind of has like introvert like personality traits because he's kind of shy and quiet, but he that doesn't necessarily mean you're an introvert if you like listen to my introvert misconceptions episode. But he likes being around people, even if it's just like sitting in the middle of a group of people. Like he
My
likes
thoughts exactly.
yeah, like and he's always with somebody. And when he used to work for Brandon, he would come over every single day because he just likes to be around people.
Yeah.
But now he's in the Marines.
But he's with Patrick though.
Yeah. So Patrick's Casey's brother, and man, our family's so big. There's so many of it. People are gonna be like, wait, who's who? There's too many names to remember. But yeah, so Patrick's Casey's brother who's in the Navy. Then Joseph's my nephew who's in the Marines, but they're both stationed in Hawaii. And now they're hanging out with each other and they snap us all the time. Do you get those snaps when they're like hanging out together?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm like, wow, you guys are hanging out together finally.
I know.
It took forever. Okay, where are we on the timeline?
I think
we bought our house and we stopped our Jane the Virgin Netflix nights.
And you moved on to your own house.
Yeah.
And we just started talking about quarantine a little bit, to be honest.
Yeah. Oh, I did want to talk to you since like you're an extrovert and I'm an introvert. I mean, this is kind of how it kind of all started with the podcast is that I remember you were saying you're kind of in a creator's block because you don't know what to do with your YouTube channel because everything's closed. And I brought up the idea of like talking about being an introvert versus extrovert like during this quarantine time because like you're struggling super hard, but like I'm not really.
I know, right? I see in this thing where it's an introvert's dream for quarantine.
Yeah, like all the memes that are coming out about that.
Yeah.
It's true though, in a way. But like, so how's it been for you? Like, do you mind talking about it?
Yeah, but I mean, I'm just saying, like, I feel whether you're an introvert or an extrovert, I feel like human interaction is just something that you need. Like, because the fact that you have Brandon, that's like keeping you sane. And for me, like, yeah, I have my family, but for me, I feel like just to satisfy my extrovertness, I guess you could say.
Like your social needs or something.
My social needs. There you go. Exactly. Like I have my family here daily, but like I just need more. I need to be like out. I need to be seeing other people.
I mean, yeah, because like you guys used to have everyone over every single weekend.
Yeah.
And then you used to go out, like, but the bars and the clubs are closed now.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting to see the differences of our, what do you call it? Our
our lifestyle?
Word? Not lifestyle, but our meters of our energy.
Our social meters?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I never really thought about it. But like, so on days like that, we would hang out and then like, it's fine. Like everyone's different. And once we hang out, like some people just, I don't know, like that's enough for them. But for me, like I would go even more, like, you know?
No, I get it. Cause like, so I talk about this in my, what's it like to be an introvert and an extrovert family episode, but like how, so like when me and Brandon go to a family event, it's like for a few hours, but when you guys have a family event, it's like from like, sometimes it's like from 2:00 in the afternoon to like 2:00 in the morning. And you guys are still like going at it and just like hanging out and like, it's almost a whole, like that's like a whole 12 hours. And then you guys in the morning still like make breakfast and then everyone comes over and eats breakfast and like, it becomes like a 3-day event.
You would honestly think we'd be sick of each other, but we just like the company of everyone.
Yeah. And that's why I know that like the whole family are extroverts, because they just like being around big groups of people. Because like even when those times when we did come over to your place, and we would stay for a while, your dad will be calling everybody to come over, because they're like,
Hmm.
Brandon and Mia's here, come over.
We come in a pack.
Yeah, always.
Always. We can't just contain ourselves with a small group. We like to express with everyone.
And we're like the loudest group at every restaurant. Like you'll know it's
Yeah.
us.
What
Yeah.
were we saying though?
Oh, like how
Oh,
quarantine's been for you.
quarantine.
It's okay. We can go on different tangents. It's fine. But yeah, how
Honest,
quarantine's been going.
well, honestly, being an extrovert, some days it does really hit me to where I miss people and I just want to be out and exploring. So quarantine has been kind of rough for me, but luckily, like I interact with people at work, so it somewhat satisfies my social needs, but it doesn't satisfy it all the way because it's not like the people that I actually want to hang out with, you know?
Yeah, just coworkers and
Yeah.
patients.
But yeah, so during quarantine, I did have my moments where I felt like I had a few meltdowns of just not having enough social needs, I guess you could say.
Mm-hmm.
And I would reach out to people and I would literally just like be in my feels because I just miss people.
And like, do you use Zoom a lot? Like, do you
I mean, when
FaceTime people?
quarantine first started, me and a group of friends did Zoom a couple times, but that didn't last very long. But now, like, I have two girls that I talk to nearly almost every day, and like just over Snapchat though, like that's pretty much it to keep me sane. But nothing like, I mean, I had my first outing like a month ago when the first things started lifting, but
Oh
not even
yeah.
with my friends though. They were just coworkers. No
Mm-hmm.
offense to my coworkers. But I mean, I do miss
Yeah, I
the
get it.
interaction.
Yeah, I get it.
And like I said, like whether you're an introvert or an extrovert, I think human interaction is just something you need in life.
Yeah, for sure. I definitely agree with that. Like, even though I'm an introvert, like I still like seeing people and I do miss people. Um, I started, I started the new job and I'm
Mhm.
finally meeting my teammates and like
Mhm.
actually growing a relationship with them and getting to know them and stuff. And we actually have a really great group. And it kind of sucks because like I just started and like, but then we just had to all stop and we don't see each other every day, and it's weird like not seeing each other every day because we were getting pretty close, and like we were decorating our office together and we had like plans like how to make it more just nice to be in, since we have to be there 40 hours a week, and like we were decorating it and we went to like Dollar Tree together and like put some streamers up and stuff just to make it look nice. And then
Yeah.
now it's the quarantine, and it was kind of sad because my coworker went in to go pick up some stuff from her desk, and
Mhm.
she sent us a picture of of our office like through Slack, like through IM, and I was like, oh, it still looks the same, but it's like empty. There's like no one there.
Yeah. I
Sad.
know.
Oh, are you doing video now?
I just wanted to see.
Okay. It's so tiny.
But yeah, anyway. Yes, but how
but
was your quarantine as an introvert?
um so
As
I
it's your dream.
yeah, it's honestly not like I didn't have like a mental breakdown because of the quarantine. I did have one because of the protesting, but that's completely different. That has nothing to
Yeah.
do with the quarantine. But like it's been nice. Like I've been working from home, and then our teleworking got extended to October 31st.
Hmm.
So at first it was like really, really great. And it's still great now. Like I like working from home and I like that I get to be home with Link, and then like I see Brandon definitely more than I did before.
Oh.
Because before, like, we would only see each other for a few hours and then we had to get ready for bed. And then he used to work weekends. Well, he sometimes works weekends. So sometimes I even lose a weekend. So really, I only see him like Sundays. But now we actually get to see each other like all the time because he works early and gets off early. But it's been nice. Like, I clearly, because I am doing my podcast now, like, if it wasn't for the quarantine, I don't know if I would have done it.
Right.
And like I'm doing my crafts now. So I opened my Etsy shop and I just shared that recently. And I've just been able to do a lot of things I haven't been able to do because like of work and like driving and all that stuff. So for me, it's like totally fine. Like I'm cool with it. But I do like miss people. I think what really got me was when our teleworking got extended to October 31st because I love Halloween.
Dude, me too. And I'm off that weekend. Sorry to go kind of off track, but yeah.
Oh man, really? Dang.
But it's just like, how are we ever going to plan anything within this time of what's going on?
Yeah. And like, how do you do social distancing Halloween, you know? Like, do we take turns going up to people? Well, you can't even go up to people's houses because you, like, that's still like spreading germs and stuff. Yeah. But I was like super upset because I dress up every year for Halloween at work. And like after Halloween, that's like the holidays. And in the holidays, we decorate our office every year. Like, I wish we're not allowed to take pictures in our office because of HIPAA and stuff like that. But man, I wish I'd like can share those photos because we like decked out the office. Like we turned one wall into a chimney. And
that sounds so much fun.
Yeah, we made like a fake recliner and like I brought my slippers so it looks like Santa, you know, was there eating our cookies and it's and I just realized this like after they extended to teleworking is that because once Halloween hits, that's like, you know, holiday season.
Oh yeah.
You got your Halloween, you got your Thanksgiving, you got Christmas, New Year's and all that stuff. But this year I don't think we get to do that, especially if they extended our teleworking. So I am going to miss that. I am part of the, this is probably weird for an introvert, but I am part of the social committee at work. So
Love that.
Yeah. So I help plan the events and we're trying to do a virtual, like Halloween costume, like contest, but we're just gonna be on webcam. So people are going to just like show off their costume at home. Yeah. And we just did a trivia night yesterday.
Oh, that's so fun.
Yeah. So there's like these, this one, what are they called? Sporkle? I think it's what it's called, Sporkle. But they do trivia. And so they have it so like you're in your own groups. So they'll have like the trivia question up and then you break into your groups and then you have like the team leader and then they'll give like the answer to the trivia question.
Oh, that's so fun.
Yeah. Cause we wanted to do something because we've been teleworking, like something that everyone can enjoy doing. And then we also, if you didn't want to join, you could be an observer. So if you're not like into the whole socializing aspect of it, you could just watch people if you wanted to.
I love that. Honestly, I love that your guys' company is so interactive with each other.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's an extrovert thing, but
I'm sure it is.
Just all this like lovey-doveyness, I guess.
But like it's been nice. And it's just weird though, because like the only thing about quarantine is like the fact that we have to like social distance and then we have to wear our mask and it's just like uncomfortable, you know, going out.
Yeah, but lucky for you, you're teleworking because I have to wear my mask every single day. And now other extra PPE.
Yeah. Oh, I know, because you have to wear like the face shield and all that stuff.
I have to wear the face shield, the gown, the booties are optional, but it's hot.
Yeah. Plus we're Asian, so we take off our shoes before going inside the house anyways. So you don't have to worry about that.
And I change in the garage.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's smart.
Yeah.
But like even like, so when it first all started, like their grocery stores were weird. Like I think that's when I almost had a mental breakdown because like the shelves were empty. People were like avoiding each other and everyone was giving each other weird looks. And I think
Yeah.
I just stood in an aisle one time. Like, I just stood in the aisle and like Brandon was like asking me like, what are we supposed to be getting next? And he like
Hmm.
kept asking me, but I was just like blanking out because I'm just like what world are we
What?
living in right now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Aw.
And then like he snapped me out of it because he's like, hey, are we gonna get something? And I was like, oh yeah, yeah.
I mean, like if I'm not driving to work and I'm going and running errands, like I
Mm-hmm.
kind of feel like I forget to be like I feel like I forget how to be a human and interact with other humans, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because like I look at someone in their car and I'm like, oh shit, don't look at me. Or like we
Yeah.
hit awkward contact and I'm just like, man, I feel weird. I haven't seen like besides work obviously, but
Mm-hmm.
it's different.
Yeah, it's definitely different. And like it's kind of an inconvenience too. Like wearing the mask is kind of hard, like hard to breathe, and like if you wear glasses they get all fogged up.
Mhm.
But talking about groceries.
What?
So what we've been using at the start of this is Instacart. And if you guys never heard of Instacart, Instacart does the shopping for you and delivers the grocery to your doorstep. They connect you to a personal shopper that you can easily chat with online or on the mobile app. It's just like texting. Um, and it's just been, we started using that. And I feel like right now it's just like the perfect time to start using Instacart because then you can avoid it, avoid having to go into the grocery store and avoid having to wear the mask and wait in line and be like 6 feet and worry about being 6 feet apart and worrying about catching the coronavirus. So if you follow the link in the description to Instacart, listeners will receive a free delivery on your first order over $35. So use Instacart and you'll never need to step into a grocery store again. Okay, I was trying to make that like smooth.
Honestly, you could probably crop this part out too, but I forgot. I totally forgot about it. I was like, what? What grocery? Like talking about groceries. I was like, what?
No, it's cool.
But yeah, the conveniency, I'm sure.
Yeah. And we actually, like, before I became an affiliate with Instacart, like, we did use it. Like, we do use it. Like, I have an account on Instacart, and it's actually really easy to use. And, like, I think so we did take a break and we did start going back to the grocery just because the numbers went down. But
Mm-hmm.
man, the numbers went way up. Like, it spiked, like,
Oh yeah.
over double. Like, are you guys super busy?
I see it live. See it live. We are incredibly busy because of Corona.
When's the last time you worked?
The question is, when is the last time I didn't work?
Good question.
Last time I worked, I was at work yesterday. Today is my day off.
Oh, nice.
I practically work every single day.
So was it super busy yesterday?
Honestly, it's just been random. Some days we're completely busy. Yesterday we were really slow. And sorry, my mom walked in.
Oh, okay.
But what was I saying? Oh yeah,
It's been
it's like
busy.
a hit or miss. Like we've been really busy. We have the tents outside just in case we get the overflow, but we've been sending our patients who have the symptoms to the tents. Like it's just
What
been a
are
hit
the
or miss.
tents?
It's just like so like if you have any symptoms of coronavirus, we put you in the tent so that we don't contaminate other areas of the hospital.
Oh, dang, isn't it hot though?
They are actually custom to have AC in them, and it's actually
Oh,
freaking cold in
nice.
there.
Oh, okay, so you want to be in the tent.
Yeah, I guess if you want to, but I mean, not saying that you want to, but it gets really, really cold in there, even with all the PPE stuff.
Dang.
Yeah.
So, like, what do you guys do when a COVID patient comes in?
Well, we just take our precautions. We limit the amount of people that interact with that patient. Like, only that one nurse could be with that patient, one doctor, and like, if they need anything, we have to look for that person or that tech or,
Oh, dang.
yeah.
That's rough.
Yeah, it is because nearly almost every patient is coming in with any type of symptom. And it's not just like the regular fever or the congestion, it's literally any random symptom now.
Oh, really? You just have to test everyone for it
Not
if they feel
necessarily
like
that we're
it?
trying to test for everyone for everyone because we're kind of running out on tests. But it's just
Oh.
like if we think that you have the Rona, then they will test you. But like
Mm-hmm.
some people are coming in for diarrhea, nausea, vomiting. Like the symptoms are just different. Body
Mm.
aches, weakness.
That's tough because then that could just be like the common cold or like a flu or,
Yeah,
something else,
exactly.
not COVID.
Yeah,
Not
yeah,
really the type of socializing you want.
exactly.
We just like went off a tangent on coronavirus. It's just, yeah. Oh, because we were talking about the quarantine. Duh.
Yeah, and then we
Um,
were talking about your groceries.
yeah. I know. Like, I guess we're on lockdown again, apparently.
Yeah.
So they closed the malls, the gyms, I think. All indoor eating, I think, is all closed too.
Yeah.
And I forgot what else.
Everything,
But we can do
sadly.
outdoor eating, right?
Yeah. I think if that's still an opportunity,
Yeah. Because I went
like,
to, so when they first like opened everything up, I did go out to like Jack's
uh-huh.
and I don't, well, you've been out, but like they just spaced out all the tables outside and then we just ate outside.
Honestly, my first outing was, um, I think I went to Macaroni Grill and there was literally nobody in there but me and my coworkers.
That's good though.
Yeah. But for my second outing, I went with a couple of my girlfriends, and it's really cool how they worked it out because the first thing, as soon as you walk in, the host makes you put hand sanitizer or wash your hands with the portable sink. And then they walk you to your table, and then they have you scan the barcode on the table, and then that automatically brings up the menu on your phone.
Mm-hmm.
And then obviously they do their business and then they come back, bring our food. And then on the way out to pay, it's the same thing, the scan. Like there's no like really human interaction besides obviously getting your food.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think we did something similar at Scott's Seafood. They do the same thing.
That's cool though. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
So they just give you, oh, well, they give you the menu, but it's like plastic. And then
Hmm.
you scan the QR code and it takes you to the menu. I mean, that's environmentally friendly too. Like they should just do
Yeah.
that going forward because
Oh
everyone
yeah.
has a phone. Like I've seen,
Exactly.
like even homeless people have a phone. Like I've seen them,
Yeah.
have phones. Um, but yeah, like and then we're back to bagging our own groceries too. But like I don't know, like if you've been good to the grocery store. Well, this is like another reason why I probably go back to Instacart, but we have to bag our own grocery because
Mhm.
the grocers, or what are they called? Whatever they're called, the people that,
The clerks.
yeah, the people that put your grocery in the bags.
Yeah.
So they can't bag your grocery if you're using your own bags, but they can bag your grocery if you're using their bags.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, I don't know like how that works because what's the difference?
They
But
actually stopped allowing you to bring your own bags, but then I think recently they just kind of opened that up again.
yeah, they just started. I think July 6th was when because I remember seeing the sign. So, because we just went grocery, but
Honestly, I don't really go anywhere except for work. I'm fortunate enough to be living with my parents to where they handle that.
well, you guys can check out Instacart.
Yeah,
And just
definitely
try it
go ahead.
out. I mean,
Hmm.
your first order is free. Your delivery is free.
I mean, if you love Amazon, I'm sure you'll love freaking Instacart.
Oh yeah, because Instacart is like your local grocery stores too. Like it's
Yeah,
not, because I don't know what Amazon does. Like if they're getting it from Whole Foods or like I have
yeah.
no clue how that works. I'm assuming Whole Foods because they're like partners, or I think Amazon bought Whole Foods or something. I don't know. Whatever.
Yeah.
We had to we ran out of pepper, so we bought pepper on Amazon. Um I don't know why we didn't use Instacart, but whatever. I think we were just like already on Amazon, and it came in, but it's bent, and so like of some of the pepper came out. And we're like, are you
Aw.
serious? Like, why?
Yeah.
But
Fortunately,
whatever.
those are some issues you're gonna come across
Yeah.
with other people doing it for you.
Well, Amazon, like the thing is, it was delivered by like UPS.
Oh,
So like,
weird.
because Instacart, it's like an actual person. It's kind of like DoorDash or like
Yeah.
whatever those are called, Grubhub and all those other ones.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like an actual person that brings it to you. Whereas
Yeah.
like Amazon, I think they have like they have people who package it and then they deliver it through UPS or FedEx or something.
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah, that is weird because we needed butter too, but we're like, is the butter gonna be melted by the time it gets here? Like, how does this work?
Yeah.
So we didn't do that. Uh, just the pepper, but just came in damaged anyways.
They're probably like random ingredients. Okay. Careless for it.
Yeah, whatever. It's fine. So, have you been listening to all my episodes?
Yes, I have.
You have?
Every Monday.
Thank you. Yep, Mondays at 10 a.m. Pacific time. Did you learn anything? Like what's something you didn't know about introverts, like after listening to the episodes, I guess?
I mean, I guess I kind of already brought it up, the social meter thing.
Mm-hmm.
Knowing like you need your own personal time and having to respect that.
And so like,
and the different types that are out there.
Oh yeah, I didn't know that one either, so that's new to me too.
That kind of makes me wonder like other types of extroverts, which I'm sure there's other types, right?
Oh yeah,
maybe?
I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure it goes both ways. Like,
yeah,
I definitely want to do some like extrovert topics, you know, because you're like my extrovert pro, you know, like my go-to.
Oh, thank you. I'm flattered.
So definitely want to do some like extrovert episodes with you. We can
totally
figure that out.
down.
Because this has been fun. And I enjoyed having you on the podcast and like reminiscing on like how we became friends and like,
yes, thank you for having me.
Yeah, and how things like are working for you and how they are for me. And I'm sorry that your social media is so down.
Thank you. Honestly, it's gotten better. I've been reaching out to people.
That's good.
I mean, it's a lot of work too, having to put in the energy of, you know, keeping up with all your relationships with all your friends.
Mm-hmm. Like, are you like calling all your friends or just?
Honestly, I think Snapchat is a great source of communication because I feel like I could physically see them. I could see what they're feeling, you know, like rather than just a text.
Mm-hmm.
That makes sense.
And you could do like the voice chats that are, what do they call it? Like voice texts, basically. Yeah. Vocal texts.
I would say voice chats.
Sure. whatever they're called.
Because voice text would be like you talking to your Siri and having her text it for you.
Well, it's kind of, oh yeah, okay, that's true. Yeah, never mind.
But yeah, I think I've definitely like gotten better being an extrovert and, you know, still communicating as much as I can. Luckily enough, I've been working a lot and work has been getting better with my coworkers, and I usually just talk to them, but obviously not on a personal connection.
Yeah, it's not the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get that. Like, I don't talk to my coworkers about
life,
personal stuff. Yeah. Like sometimes, but not like in depth like I would with you or like Bailey or something.
Right.
Yeah. So I get that.
Yeah.
Well, thanks. Thanks for joining me on this podcast. We've been talking for like, I think an hour.
2 or almost 2. I feel like an hour and a half.
Oh, maybe. Yeah. But yeah, thanks. And then, yeah, you guys check out her YouTube channel. Is this just called Katrina Lim? Or do you have
you could find me under Katrina Lim. Yeah.
I'll link it in the description. Go check
Thank
her out.
you for the plug.
Yeah. And if you do check out her episodes, comment in the video and say that I sent you, that you got sent by the talkative introvert. I just want to see if anyone like goes and watches.
Yeah. Yeah, thank you for having me. I'm excited to do more with you whenever time
Yeah.
comes for that.
Yeah, and hopefully we can do one in person. Hopefully like when this is all done with. I don't know when that will be, but someday.
For sure, for sure.
Yeah, I'll bring my mic. We could share a mic.
Yes.
Thank you guys so much for listening. I hope you enjoyed that episode. If you did, please follow me on social media. You can find me on Instagram under The Talkative Introvert Podcast. I'm also on Facebook. You can also check out my website at thetalkativeintrovertpodcast.com. Please let me know what you thought about the episode, what topics you want me to cover, and even just to chat. Again, for aspiring podcasters, please check out Buzzsprout for all your podcasting needs. Link will be in the description. Also, check out Instacart. Again, listeners will get a free delivery on their first order of $35 or more. Please use the link in the description to let them know I sent you. Thanks so much, and I'll talk to you in the next episode.